So today I'll be showing you a few tips and tricks for Windows 11 that a lot of people don't even realize exist. So one of the features and the trick to use is the snap feature. So basically, let's say we have a window open like this, and we want to utilize other things at the same time. You can simply right click and drag this window, and you can go to the right side of the screen and you can let it go, and you'll see you can select other things that you have open at the same time. So for instance, I want to open ScreenPal, which is my current recording software. I can have it open at the same time as this. I can minimize, and then if I want, just go ahead and open it to full screen. You can also go ahead and drag to the top window and select what type of format you would want it to be in. See, as you can see here, you can have it, for instance, in the big square, the little square. You can have it into 3 separate squares or 4. Let's say we wanted to do 4, and you can open up other windows in each square that you have available, and you can just open back up and have it back to normal. That is perfect in the case that you are, for instance, studying or anything of the sort where you want to divide different sheets into different areas, and it helps you just multitask in general. So that's one of the easiest tips and tricks that you can use with Windows 11 by simply dragging your window or icon to any part of the screen that you'd want to eventually divide it into. As we said here, you can divide it into multiple boxes or simply between 2. Another Windows 11 trick that, typically frustrates people is the start bar. As you can see with the start bar, in my case, it's on the left. I've adjusted that because typically it is on the middle or completely center. So we're going to go ahead and right click and go to Taskbar Settings. This will open up this window here. Once this window is opened up, you can go ahead and scroll down, and you'll want to find Taskbar Behaviors. You'll go ahead and click that, and you'll see here you can go ahead and click Taskbar Alignment, and you can adjust it from the left to the center or the center to the left. I like it like the old ways where we had it on the left. So you can go ahead and do that. And I also like to click these other settings, such as automatically hide the taskbar, so it gives us a nice full screen look while we are working. And you can have all these other little settings, but this is basically the trick that I'm trying to show you, that you don't have to settle for it being in the center, as I know a lot of you complain about that and don't like the new Windows 11 layout. Another very simple Windows 11 trick to pretty much help you speed up your computer is to go to the Startup Apps section of your system settings, and from there you can basically decide which apps are available on startup. So if you have ones that are starting up automatically, this will slow down your computer, and it can also just, be in the way if you're trying to get things done. It's just too many pop-ups that are unnecessary. So by simply going here and clicking off ones that you don't need, that'll help speed up your device and get rid of any additional, data usage or things in the way while you're trying to operate on your computer. So simply go down, go through all your Windows apps, and tick off the ones that you don't want to start up when you initially start up your computer. And that's just a quick way to help speed up your overall computer speed and to reduce just useless apps being opened when you start up your computer. Another very simple trick that a lot of people like for the aesthetic alone is dark mode, and you can do that by simply going to Personalization. And once you go to System Settings, Themes, Related Scenes, Personalization section, you can scroll down and you'll be able to find your you're simply just going to want to go to Personalization as alone, and then go down to Colors. And then once in Colors, you should see Accent Color as well as Choose Your Mode. And to do this, you simply just got to click and select Dark Mode as opposed to Light Mode. And this will help you save some battery life as well as create a beautiful aesthetic that a lot of people prefer as opposed to the standard light mode. And finally, the last trick I'm going to give you today is regarding your desktop and the overall look and icons on it. So you could simply right click and go to View. Now once in View, you can see you can adjust the sizing of these desktop icons if you like. So for instance, we can go and make them larger, which for some people, especially if you have problems seeing, would be great. But let's go back to normal. You can go to View and then simply go to Show Desktop Icons. We can make it that we no longer see our icons and give it a much more aesthetic appeal. For instance, if you're in a workplace and you want to keep it nice and clean. But if you want to undo that, you simply go back to View, show desktop icons, and you can do all these other adjustments regarding your desktop icons, such as auto arrange, make them smaller or larger, and that's just a little trick to make your desktop a bit more aesthetic. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.